G'day YouTube, Ranger Oz here, and I don't know why I just did my usual salute because you can't see me. Ongoing technical difficulties. You can see Ranger of Nights though, sitting down trying to wave his little hand off in the corner there. And we are going to catch up with Kamen Rider Drive since we didn't record last week because someone didn't like the episode. I wonder who that might have been.
I just discovered I didn't watch it that good in the first place.
So we're just going to go right into this, and then we are going to take a 5-ish minute break, see if I can sort out my camera, which has apparently crudded itself. And then we are going to go on with Decade, Kamen Rider Decade, finally. And then...
Yeah. What I recall, you know how WrestleMania, there is WrestleMania.
Yeah.
This will be Rantinania.
We'll see. And then after that, I am going to go and spend about an hour, if I get the chance, to record some new gameplay because, as some of you might know, my copy of the fan-made Omicron, which I've been streaming, has killed itself. I cannot load my save file, and I can't save a new one. Now, this is not just a situation where I can delete it and put it back on my computer, because I tried that and I'm still getting the same problem. So, I will, until I can figure that out, I will not be streaming Omicron. I'm going to choose one of the other several dozen ROM hacks I've got sitting on my hard drive that I've been playing through, and I'm going to play one of those for your entertainment. It's just unfortunate I don't have another randomizer, but, you know, them's the breaks. So, shall we get a move on with Kamen Rider Drive?
Because all we need is Drive.
All you need is... Sorry. Copyright clean, copyright clean. So this...
Drive is Japanese, we're talking English.
That's never stopped anyone before. So, moving right along, let's just go straight... This episode shows, these two episodes show a new way for the Romude to, like, do their thing. Which is, you know, always good. Diversify. You know, get your stuff out there in various different ways. It's all... It's business. No, it's villainy. Which there really isn't much difference between the two. Anyway, the police get onto a case in which several buildings are collapsing for no apparent reason. There's no trace. There's no trace of slowdown. There's no explosives. These things have just randomly collapsed. However, they have collapsed at the extremely convenient time for a photographer for a local newspaper to, get snapshots as it's falling, because that's not suspicious at all. This guy comes in with the perfect shots of these seemingly random disasters. That's not, that's not suspicious at all, guys.
Yes.
So, the Special Investigation Force jumps on it, even though it's technically not their case because the Romude aren't involved in it. And then you find out
that's what they think.
So they think. Then you find out they are actually involved, and they have a Romude that is based off a camera that can strike from long distance.
Yes.
which is pretty impressive. And why didn't you use this guy earlier?
Does that to the brain and the heart and what the other the third guy?
Brain, heart, and chase.
So I thought there's four. Oh yeah,
No, at the moment there's only 3.
yeah.
Although, to be fair, this is Kamen Rider, therefore we all know what's going to happen. Someone else is
There'll
going to show
be a
up
big
eventually.
dog.
There'll be another one to show up. So, fight happens. They find out how the Romuta are working, and they start investigating the photographer with help from his former partner, because why not?
Who, who at first, what the main character's name?
Shinosuke.
Thought he discovered his identity.
Yeah. It's a valid fear. The last person you want to figure out your identity is a photographer or a reporter. Lois Lane, Jonah
And this was
Jameson.
his hut. What's the
So
name of with the
anyway, yeah, you were saying?
the guy that always do the Daredevil news? Rob.
Something or other.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Yeah. So anyway, so they go into the case to try and figure out what's going on. You find more about the background of the reporters, which we're going to ignore because it has no influence on the story at large. There is
I just noticed
okay.
the bad reporter looked like Hideo Kojima. Seriously, he has the same hairstyle, the same glasses, the same face. He does look like Hideo Kojima, right?
I don't know. I've never seen a picture of him.
Seriously,
Seriously, I've never seen a picture of him.
he looked like him.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
He's
There is
not
a
him, but he looked like him.
there is a fight with Chase in which we find out that he doesn't seem to be able to attack or shoot or maim, murder or kill Kiriko, which is interesting.
Yes,
His excuse is that normal humans aren't worth his time, which,
yes,
as we all know, is supervillain for I have a connection to this woman, but I either don't want to tell anyone or don't remember it because plot.
yes. And after watch, with my history from with Sam Rider, Kaifa, Kabuto, they all the chance.
Yeah. So he takes off. Belt says that there is a new weapon in the works, which is finished just in time for round 2. Standard cliche applies.
And gun with the wheels.
He thought it was going
That
to be
was
a
funny. Him
steering
and
handle gun. It wasn't a steering handle gun. It is a door gun.
that you need to open and shut every time you need.
Alright, okay. Drive, guys behind Drive. I know you probably will never see this in a bajillion million years, but I'm going to say this anyway. How do I put this in a way that doesn't sound rude or aggressive or lay off the car parts weapons? Seriously,
Okay,
they look ridiculous.
drive, guys, and go him. I like them.
If you're going to do something like
I like
this,
them.
Go and borrow the props from Goonja. Go and borrow the handle blaster prop. Right? Adjust that. It wouldn't be the first time.
That from turbo OPR RPM.
RPM.
Ah,
Okay? Do that. Because what you've got so far looks a bit silly. I'm just saying. Me to you guys. I'm just
I
saying.
still, I still think the whale sword look less silly than the sword decade was used.
Oh, no, don't worry.
As,
You have
as,
steering wheel.
it's better than the thing that was stuck in the sword for decades. It was just what
It's a
is
card.
square circle a card.
Hey, it's not the most ridiculous weapon we've had in Kamen Rider. You actually missed the most ridiculous weapon we've had in Kamen Rider when you skipped over Deno.
I see.
When we're done here,
So what was
Google
the
Google the Den Kamen sword. I believe it was called.
okay?
That, I think, is the most ridiculous weapon we've had in Kamen Rider. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments section below. But yeah, that's my thought anyway. So, yeah, they save the day, free the dude from the Romu, destroy the camera thing, guy gets arrested, things happen, and we get another ridiculous weapon. So it wasn't bad, and I think the case, while a fairly cliche Kamen Rider storyline, was pretty straightforward, not at all twisty or anything, and was a good break from like the power up of the last two episodes storyline we had.
There is a power up next week.
Yes, there is a new form next week with Type Technic. I have already
Green.
seen pictures of it.
So we forget something.
Okay.
The lieutenant need a new name.
Yes, he does. He really does. Have you got any suggestions?
Will you?
Not really. Unless you want to call him not quite Sherlock. Shelock. That's what we need to call him. Because it's sheer luck that nobody's throttled him yet.
But
No?
so far he don't need one.
We'll see where he goes next.
Yes. So what? So the scientist in the team now.
Yeah, Rin is on the team. Nobody else apparently is on the team yet. Apparently. I say apparently because it's entirely possible that they will either get added or find out that they've been a part of the team the entire time. I just find it interesting that at the moment the guys are the ones that don't know, and Shinosuke finds himself surrounded by pretty women.
The hero.
Yeah!
They can make a comedy about it. One guy a belt and two girls.
One man and two pretty ladies. Anyway,
And a belt.
it really is turning into one of your harem anime. He needs a couple of more. He needs a couple of more, ladies working in the pit. But this is going into a really
You
bad
have the
place.
frontier. They have the Sandir.
Yeah,
They have the scientist.
yeah.
Now we need a lolly and the slot.
Who knows? Maybe Mark will bring them with him. Yes, we still have Mark to come, and we actually now know who he is going to be.
We know who.
Kiriko's brother, apparently, according to information that has been released. I'm not gonna say that it's 100%. I don't know if it's been 100% confirmed or not, but we have seen photos, and we do know and we do know that he is related to Kiriko. And we do know that, despite many people thinking, including myself, thinking that it might end up being Chase, and the fact that Mark's bike can combine with Chase's bike, it's not going to be Chase.
Maybe Chase is her brother.
Another brother? I reckon Chase is proto drive.
The cast is the brother.
No, oh man. Sorry, had to sneeze. No, okay, so we have another Kamen Rider coming. Kamen Rider Mark. He uses motorcycle shift cycles instead of shift cars.
So he's a real Kamen.
Yeah, he's got the traditional bike. Now, for a while, people have been saying that it's going to be Mark, because we've seen we've seen pictures where where Chase's bike and Mark's bike can combine. So people have been saying, "Oh, it's the same person," but it's not. You're all wrong.
So it's not. If the two bikes are competing, someone needs to drive one and combine
Maybe, maybe he could have switched between the two modes, but we know that it's not the case, and that they're just, two separate characters. I personally reckon that Mark is going to
So
be
they cast
Proto
the
Drive.
brother?
They've cast the brother. They've probably already recorded scenes with him, so he will probably be showing up. When do secondary writers usually show up? I think it's somewhere between the 20s and 30s. Usually after the Team Up movie, which is coming out like within the next 2 months. Will be in Japanese cinemas.
Was that Kamen in 1008 Nago arrive?
What was that, sorry?
Kaiva.
Yeah, Kiva, yeah.
Nago arrive in episode 8 or 10.
Usually they I think they don't usually, or am I getting mixed up with the Sentai 6 Rangers? I'm not sure. Anyway, usually I think they don't usually show up till a bit later. He might show up in a couple of weeks, he might not. I don't entirely know. I'll have to look that up, because we probably have that information already, because that's how the internet works.
I must say I was disappointed.
Oh?
I was hoping for the ex-partner.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he's like Mark's support. Maybe he works the pit for Mark. Maybe Mark is going to be jealous of Shinosuke because all he has is big burly guys that work on his bike, and Shinosuke has Rina and Kuriko. He's like, "Don't you touch my sister? Why do you have the hot scientist? And all I have is Bubba and Bobby back here."
They give him an American team. Maybe he'll have a Duck Dynasty type of looking team.
These big guys with like covered in these big guys with like 5 o'clock shadows and covered in tattoos and stuff, and oh, Where you want this tire, boss? I'll just stick it over here then.
Somebody or somehow.
Somewhere on the internet, somebody has just been offended.
Yes. Oh, has an idea for a fan fiction.
Alright, so anyway, I think that's it for Drive for this week. We're going to take a 5-minute break, start up a new Hangouts video, and come back with.
To start our engine.
And we're going to come back with Kamen Rider Decade.
Yes.
Until next time, until then, we'll see the single person that just apparently popped in. We will see you in about 5 minutes for Kamen Rider Decade. This is
Don't go
Ranger of
to the
Oz.
first one person.
This is
Stay.
Ranger. This is Ranger of Oz and Ranger of Nights. Stuff this series. I'll catch you then. Bye.